Here's how I take my squat from absolute poverty, being one of my worst lifts and hating it, to one of my favorite compounds to do and actually being really, really strong in the movement. Give me 13 minutes today and I'll teach you exactly how I built up my legs and built up my squat technique and actually got to enjoy squats for once. 13 minutes and this is the last video and any guide you'll ever need on squatting ever again. I'm sick of boys especially not training legs properly, falling for the propaganda of like, oh my God, one more leg day till Christmas, bro. Well, today we're gonna stop that. You're gonna train legs again and you're gonna train them consistently and you're gonna love it. Literally just from this video, taking your squat from absolute poverty to now being one of your stronger points in your lifts. We're gonna talk through the mindset of doing squats and doing leg day, all the way to how to continue doing it once you've made some progression down the line. We're gonna cover absolutely everything today. And after this video, we will not have to watch another video about being consistent on a leg day or anything like that. You're gonna finally look proportional. As someone who looked disproportional, fell for the propaganda, didn't train legs as properly as he should have, and being extremely top heavy, to now having a very balanced physique, to actually having close to a leg dominant physique finally, which is how it should be. I'm gonna transfer my knowledge to you, so hopefully you can reap the same gains and don't make the mistakes that I did. The ultimate guide to squats today. Why we should do squats. The mindset of how to actually get into doing squats, how to actually do it, so we'll show you a video and I'll give you a voiceover, and the long-term benefits to keep you going as well. Because I'm quite frankly sick of guys not training legs. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of like the whole culture of not training legs. Like it actually infuriates me. There's no one here actually want big legs. Does everyone want to look disproportional? Because that's what kicked it in for me. When I started to look disproportional, because I fell for this propaganda when I was like a teenager, like, oh, I'm not going to train legs. And then I looked disproportional, bro. My legs could have been so much bigger right now if I actually like just knew this at the beginning. Because legs are sick, bro. Having like massive legs is sick. It's so good. So, and the best way to do that is squats. So we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to actually fix your goofy squat form so you can actually enjoy squats and have a good time with it. So the first thing is, why squats? It's the perfect compound exercise. It's like the bench press for legs, bro. So the dips for legs. It trains so many muscle groups. Quads, your like inner thighs, give you that really like thick legs. You know, when people talk about having like a thigh gap, it's like training that inner thigh. And that's what squats grow with, you know? So you can have fucking thigh gap if you want, bro. Quads, everyone knows, everyone wants fucking sick quads. It'll do your glutes, your lower back, so it'll actually strengthen your lower back. So when you bend down, like when you're older, you don't actually die, bro, like, you know? And it's just the greatest growth for legs in general. It's super easy to progressively overload. It's really fun to progressively overload as well. So adding weight on every week is gonna make you like super, super happy. That's the tip that changed it for me. And we'll talk about that in the mindset. Having heavier squats actually helps you do leg day. And finally, I literally found it hard to find research like about why you should do squats. I found it hard to do that because squats are just accepted as the king of leg exercises. Squats are just unanimously decided that everyone does them and you make great gains. So it's literally called the king of exercises, not even the king of leg exercises, it's just the king of exercises in general. So if that's not convincing enough for you to actually think, oh yeah, I should be doing squats, then I don't know what is, bro. Maybe it's not a barbell, maybe it can be a machine squat. I get that, it's fine. You can do like a pendulum or a hack squat, perfectly fine. Any of those work, but today we're going to be talking about how to perfect the barbell squat. Mindset is the next thing that we're going to go over, and this is the thing that we need to change for you to actually train legs, because most of you don't train legs, let's be real here, and we need to change your mindset about legs so you can actually start training it. It's all well and good me saying squats are really good and you should do squats and this is how you do one, but if you don't have the mindset to be able to train legs, then you're just not going to do squats, are you? We need to stop skipping your legs, that's the goal here. And I'm going to use a couple of things here. Use the fact that you can squat heavy to do legs, right? This obviously may not work right now. You may not be able to squat a lot of weight. You may not know how to squat, and that's completely fine. Everyone starts somewhere, right? But when I tell you, when you start doing squats and you start adding weight every single week, and the weight goes up quick, by the way, at the start, because obviously at the beginning you have to use really lightweight because it's difficult movement to do. But then as you get good at the technique, you start packing on weight so quick because it's such a, like, you can load a lot of weight onto a squat, right? So when you start adding on weight super quickly, it's going to be so addictive for you. So I want you to get into that mindset of like, right, I need to get a heavy squat. I want a heavy squat. And you can tie your ego to it and tie your competition to it. Be like, yeah, I'm going to have the heaviest squat here. I can squat more than you. I can squat more than you. Like, I'm better than you at this. You know what I mean? So you can use that to actually get you to train legs. You'll start training accessories of legs. You'll start doing leg extensions. You'll start doing like Bulgarian split squats. You start doing leg curls. You start doing all of these things because you want a better squat. So we're going to finally get you to train legs and do a squat by, in a weird way, already being able to squat and just loading on more weight as we go on. So if you're thinking now, I don't want to squat, think about in the future of you having a heavy squat, and I guarantee that's going to help. Use your ego of like, I'm going to be able to squat more than you. Another thing that I use is like, this really kicked in for me when I I was talking to this girl, right, and when I would do that, I wouldn't allow it to, you know, I wouldn't allow her to lift more than me, you know, and obviously girls love legs, etc. So when she was doing legs and stuff like that, I'd be like, no, I can't get outlifted by a girl, if that makes sense, bro. Like, I don't know, it just helped me with my mindset personally. So I don't know if that would help you. Like, just thinking, oh, my girlfriend can't outlift me, this person can't outlift me, my best mate can't outlift me, like he can't outlift me, she can't outlift me. That helped me a lot. And that really got me into like, right, I need to like lock in on my squats. I need to progressively overload, keep adding weight, and then I'm going to lift more than that person, then I'm going to lift more than her, and then I'm going to lift more than him, you know? That really helped me. And using other people as competition, relationships, friends, like even parents, bro. I've seen people go with their dads and compete with their dads and stuff. Like, it's great. So using other people as competition also helps you get into that mindset of training legs. So if you get obsessed over, I'm going to squat more than you, I'm going to squat more than you, I'm going to leg extension more than you, you're going to then get into the mindset of, well, oh, how am I going to do that? I'm going to have to train legs. So almost get into this competition with people about, oh, I'm going to train legs better than you, or I can't let you outlift me, you know? That mindset really worked for me and got me into training legs really easily. Another thing that got me into training legs was not wanting to be disproportionate and beating the stereotype of like boys who don't train legs. There was a big stereotype of like lads who don't train legs, and that was a huge stereotype, and that I was like, no, I want to break that stereotype, and that's what actually got me to train legs consistently. So that's another mindset shift that helped me as well. How to do squats. The reason you're here, right? So we're going to shift over to a video. I'm going to explain during the video how you're going to do the squat. So the video will be up now. First of all, we've got to talk about the setup. You need, obviously, as I walk into the clip here, you see that the clips are at a certain height, the safeties are at a certain height. But you need to know the certain height for you. So I squat without shoes on, so I measure them without shoes on. I walk up to the clip and I'm like, right, where does my bar need to be? It needs to be here, right? So I put the clip there, put the clip there. Just use your body proportions, put it on, try it, see if it feels comfy. Trying it's a really big thing, by the way. Trying it, see if it feels comfy is gonna be the most important thing. Then put the bar back down. Same with the safeties, get the bar, squat down to as low as you possibly can, get depth, and then put the safety around that level, a bit lower than full depth, because with squats you kind of can just like go even lower and it can hit the safety quite easily. So measure it with the safeties, measure your height, and get the pins and the safety in the right spot. That's the most important thing. Put the weights on. Please use clips. You can see me use clips in this video. Use clips at all times. You don't want to, sometimes a squat could be a bit uneven, and when you're grinding that final rep, the weight can tilt either way. If you don't have clips on, they're going to fall everywhere, right? So please use clips. The walkout. I don't want you to walk out as you see me here. Don't walk out more than 1 or 2 steps. You're literally just wasting energy. You see me, I walk out very short, purely because the safeties are just there and I don't want to waste energy. So don't walk out a lot. With your feet, the way you stand depends on you. You can either do a narrow stance or a wide stance. A narrow stance is going to target more of your quads, whereas a wide stance is going to target more of your glutes and your lower back. It's that simple, but you have to listen to your anatomy. For me personally, my hips and its anatomy don't allow me to squat narrow, so I'm going to squat wide. Just do whatever feels comfortable for you. You can see that I have plates, so it elevates my feet. This feels better on my ankle mobility, doesn't ruin my ankles. So I'd use it because it's more comfy. It's that simple. Whatever you can balance at and whatever you feel comfortable at is going to work for you. So don't listen to like, oh, you should squat like this, you should squat like that. Whatever feels comfy for you. So try a load of things out. Try what I'm doing. Try narrow. Try flat-footed. Try wide and flat-footed. Try wide and elevated. Try different shoes. Try anything that's going to make you feel more comfortable. And please, as well, as you get heavy, use a lifting belt as well, bro. Right, the actual squat. You can see that as I'm preparing, I'm breathing out to brace, right? So I'm breathing in a lot and I brace. So imagine you're getting punched by someone. You want to brace like that. This is going to like lock your core and allow to help your like little muscles in your body, like your core and like your erectors, to help you squat basically. It's that simple, so make sure to brace. As you go down, you'll feel this in your warm-ups where depth is. If you're not squatting in front of a mirror, I don't want you to focus on how deep you are. You should know where depth is based on the feeling of it. That's why we do warm-ups. So when you warm up, you want to squat down. You want to know where depth is based on how it feels in your legs. You'll understand this when you do this. So don't look at yourself in the squat, just focus on lifting that weight. Get in depth and back up. Try and keep your back and body position the same spot as it was when you were stood up, when you are at the bottom of the rep. You don't want to be leaning forward or even like upright during the movement. Just keep your body in the exact same position, your upper body, sorry, in the exact same position as you squat up and down. Make sure you get depth and just grind the rep out. Honestly, just think about sitting down and standing up again effectively. Don't want to overcomplicate it. We're giving you too many cues. Just make sure you keep your upper body in this correct position. Do what feels comfy and squat the fucking weight. Obviously, to re-rack, just walk back forward. I like to lean into it. So when you see me re-rack, I lean into it and then allow them just to sit. I want to have the re-rack, I don't put them down straight away. I'll wait until I see that they're both sound and then drop the weight. Because if I just don't look and then I drop the weight, I could have missed the clip, you know? And how to fail. So we've got the safeties there. So when you squat down and you think you're not going to get it back up, usually when it comes back down, you can go a bit deeper than depth. So if you set the safety bar correctly, which is why it's so important, then it's just below depth, but not too low to the point where you could like literally just drop it. So you could just drop it on the safety. If you don't have a safety, please have a spotter, have one spotter either side and just do that. You can like jump out of the way, fine, worst comes to worst, fine. But I would definitely recommend having spotters and safeties before you get to that point. And that's how you do a squat. You just learn the entire perfect form with video format. And you're going to have to be consistent at doing the squat. It's that simple. To do it, you're going to have to be consistent. It's going to suck when you do it in the moment. And that second set is dreadful as well because you know how painful it is because you've just done it. But regardless, you're going to have to do it long term. And these are a couple things that I use to help me go long term. First of all, I want fucking huge legs. And I understand that squatting is going to get me there. Squatting is the only thing that's going to get me there. Like, it's a big compound exercise. It's a really good movement. Squatting is going to get me there. And also, just having a heavy squat. I'm having a competition with my manager at work right now. He's like a few years older than me. But we're just seeing who can squat more. And that's driven me so much to just practice squats all the time. Just getting heavier and heavier and heavier squats so I can beat him is actually helping me train legs and do squats a lot and grow my legs really well. So having a heavy squat could be used as motivation. Competition with having a heavier squat than someone else can be used as motivation. And obviously having big legs can be used as motivation. So if you ever feel like your motivation is flogging, then use these things to keep you going and keep you doing squats because you don't want to be top heavy. You don't want to be disproportionate. That was the pivot guide to squats. I hope that helped you. If you want more tips like this, top link in the description in my community where we will teach you how to have a top 1% physique in your age category. It's half price of FIFA, bro. You're all well and good to get FIFA Ultimate Team and spend £100 on that. It's literally half price. And it's a great investment into building the physique that you've always wanted. It's that simple. So if you want to invest in yourself and build a great physique, having direct message access to me and other people in that community that are like-minded, you can maybe even get a workout in with someone else who lives nearby, stuff like that. Top link in the description if you're interested. And second link is my personal Instagram if you want to message me on there, personal advice. If there's any advice that you haven't really got, or this is something that I've kind of missed in this video and you want to ask a personal question, message me on Instagram, I'm sure to reply on there as well to give you some more fitness advice. But yeah, outside of that, have a good session, bro, and I'll see you soon.